K1NG Radio. K1NG Radio.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome back. Sports Now with Joey.T. Live, K1NG Radio, Miami's #1 independent radio station, home of the independent artists. So the first thing that we got to talk about, breaking out over the news since Monday, Washington State head football coach, 42-year-old Nick Rolovich, the third highest paid state employee, has lost his job due to unwillingness to corroborate with Governor Jay Inslee's vaccine mandate, saying all state employees must be vaccinated by Monday. He applied for a religious exemption. Not sure what that is because he was raised Catholic. As far as we know, there's no anti-vax rules in the Catholic religion. So he just takes a stand at 42 years old. It says he does not want to be vaccinated. He's willing to lose that $3 million a year job. A team that sat in 5th place in the Pac-12 North. Now, Rolovich was having a hell of a season. Was doing a great job recruiting. But this man says, "Hey, you ain't gonna make me stick something in my body I'm not comfortable with." Which he's already filed a lawsuit stating that it's an impingement of his freedoms to try to force him, not allow him to work because he doesn't want to be vaccinated. Now, if they set forth, I'm not sure what the state laws are in Washington. I don't know if they have a mask mandate inside, but outside on a football field, I don't think COVID's the place. Like, you don't have to worry about your coach being too up close in contact with somebody to transfer. But in Pullman, a town of 24,000 people, they have 7 active cases. That's a less than 1% rate. So are they possibly doing something right with their vaccines, or are the people just respectful of each other and keeping their distance? But either way, you cannot. There is not one piece of our legislation that allows you to mandate anything upon Americans in this country. We are a country of freedom, not a country of mandates. So for Nick Rolovich to take a stand, give him that $3 million a year coaching job at one of the biggest state schools at Washington State, you gotta know he's deep in his conviction. Not sure. He has not come out and made a statement on this yet. But he has filed a lawsuit against the state, which I think definitely needs to be done before politicians get out of control. But Washington State Governor Jay Inslee has said he will have all state employees vaccinated by Monday. And Rolovich didn't make a deadline, and he lost a $3 million a year job. Not saying that head football coach is a cushy job, but being the highest paid state employee, you make more than the damn governor in Washington. But he has a deep conviction in it, so we're not going to hate on him for doing that. But keeping up pushing it, we go from a coach losing a job to a coach keeping a job. New York Yankees, 48-year-old head coach Aaron Boone has signed a 3-year extension. Has not won it, but owner Hal Steinbrenner has said he's going to have to do better. Now, I think Aaron Boone having Hal Steinbrenner as the owner, not Hal's dad, Hank, is a blessing in disguise for Aaron, because George Steinbrenner didn't play no fucking games. If you don't win a World Series every year, your ass was out of there. He wanted more than just some playoff appearance. But since George has died and Hank has taken over, I think we've seen a slight decline. You know, the rules have loosened. Facial hair is allowed now, visible tattoos, things that have caught up. But there was a reason the Yankees were such a machine for so long. George Steinbrenner required a certain amusement from his coaches. But just like the Yankees, just let go. I think Aaron Boone saved his ass by letting go a couple coaches. and saying, hey, put all the blame on me. Look, you're never going to hear me sit here and demand a coach be fired. That's why you haven't heard me complain about Brian Flores yet or Manny Diaz. But for a man to come and say, put all the blame on me, put it on my shoulders, here we go, let's roll. Yes, I think Aaron Boone's ready. No World Series. Last one in World Series 2009. Multiple playoff appearances since then. But I think Boone's kind of bringing a pitch coach this offseason. I see the Yankees make a deep playoff run next year. They got some guys they got to re-sign. I think they go out and grab Carlos Correa after the World Series. But by the time we get back on Friday, we may have World Series teams. But let's keep it pushing because we ain't done yet. So, shortly, listen, in the offseason, we had some as college football continues to realign. The American Athletic Conference. No. Okay. So, forget that. That's what we're talking about next. But, getting back to C19. I hate to keep trouncing back here. But 30-year-old San Jose Sharks professional. Look, we've seen that. Look, Hawaii was having a problem with this. This is the first I heard of in a major athletic league. But 30-year-old Evander Kane, a defenseman for the San Jose Sharks, has been suspended 21 games for presenting a false COVID-19 vaccination card. Now look, if you're going to go to the accident, you want to play, you're going to manage. Look, I don't even know where you get a fake ID, a fake vaccination card. It's the same place I got my fake ID in high school. I don't fucking know, but you know, this guy comes out. He wants to play so bad. He's going to have. Hawaii was having a major problem with this, with tourists trying to sneak in using fake cards. But your card, I mean, it's not hard to. It's basically an index card with some stickers on it. But I mean, you got to. It doesn't. This guy's suspended 30 games without pay. And it's just not making sense to me. You know, we've seen so many professional athletes. Look, LeBron James came out and said he got vaccinated at this point. So if they're not going to do something to LeBron, what do you think they're going to do to the smaller time guys? I don't think they're aiming for professional athletes. We've seen, so look, there's a lot of back channel things that go on in this country. I don't think they're trying to poison many athletes with vaccines. I think this vaccine has been developed decades ago, and they're just trying to find someone to attach mRNA vaccines to, from what I've talked to multiple doctors about. But for this guy to come up and make a fake ID card, a fake vaccine ID card, it's just dumbfounded me. Like, you're going to lose $1 million being out for 30 days. So, Evander Kane, nice try. Keep up the good work. We'll see you back in 30 days. But does the team have to administer his vaccine for him to return? Or do they trust this guy again? But I guess to play professional sports, some guys will do anything. You know, if it wasn't steroids, that's fake vaccine cards. But let's take a quick break. And when I come back, we got a little college football realignment to talk about. Keep it out here. K1G Radio, Sports Talk, Joey.T. Right back after this quick break.
You are now listening to K1NG Radio, where music reigns.
Thanks.
Okay, so I got this last one, then I'm done.
K1NG Radio.
Welcome back. Sports Show with Joey.T live. K1NG Radio, Miami's #1 independent radio station, home of the independent artists. So, we have, in an effort to realign college football, 6 teams have applied to become a member of the American Athletic Association. Now, if these 6 teams get accepted, this is going to destroy Conference USA. So, already in the American Athletic Conference is Tulane, Memphis, FIU, Cincinnati, SMU. A lot of those fun offense. American Athletic is made up of a lot of not southeastern, but like the southern state, a bunch of small schools out of the south, besides Cincinnati. But you got FIU, SMU, Memphis. Memphis is a pretty good program. SMU's showing promise. But I think this becomes a Power 5 conference. If they get all 16, put them up to 16 teams, they get a full slate of games, and playing conference championship by NCAA rule. But all this conference realigned started when Miami left the Big East for the ACC. And we're just going to continue to see a shuffle. Look, this has basically become a shuffle of TV rights and how TV right distribution money is distributed. I think this would be awesome for college football if the American Athletic Conference could add Tulane, Memphis, FIU, Cincinnati, Tulsa, and SMU. Cincinnati's in power this year. They have a couple upsets. They've been playing great football. But I think this will change the dynamic of recruiting. If you put an FIU, well, that's been great this year, but you put an FIU, a recruiting giant, they get all the small-time kids out of South Florida. If you got a Chaminade player that isn't going big-time ACC, Big Ten, they're going to go to FIU, stay home, be around their family, make moves. We've seen guys, Devin Singletary is excelling for the Buffalo Bills. He's at FIU, still drive the same Toyota Camry that he drove when he was at FIU. Guy's a hell of a football player, but he grew up down here. I think this is going to change the whole alignment of recruiting in South Florida. You are going to see college football take a step in a weird direction. How is this going to mess with the playoff? But this will begin in 2022. If the Board of Counselors accepts these 6 teams. But tomorrow night, Miami Heat back in action. They host Milwaukee Bucks. I'll be back with you on Friday. We're going to have that Week 7 best bet for you. You're going to be shocked with this one this time. We're looking to bounce back from that Week 6 ass-kicking Week 10. But make sure you got the app downloaded. Make sure you're on the mailing list, K1NGRadio.com. And we'll be back with you on Friday. Keep it locked here, K1NG Radio. And I'm out of here. Yeah, buddy!